Keil. I've been teaching for, gonna start 15 years now in August. 11 of them have been with Decatur Public Schools, and 7, I believe, if I'm counting correctly, have been at Dennis Lab School, which is what I'm here to talk about. Kind of in a roundabout way. I'm concerned that the board doesn't have a plan moving forward with some really big items that are on the docket. Right now, it feels like you're moving from just one event to the next one, and it seems like you're busy and there's a lot of things to do, but we're not actually addressing some of the major issues that are going on. Worst case scenario, you now have 2 buildings that are gonna have to be taken offline, and students and staff found somewhere to go, possibly build a new building. I'm hoping you're not gonna end our program. And you also have American Dreamer coming offline and then building a building for them. I'd like to see some kind of a plan, some kind of, I don't know, to-do list, action items, something moving forward so that we're not just moving from one event to the next event and it feels like everything's happening in this kind of disparate fashion. I'd like to see you guys start attending committee meetings. I'm part of a committee meeting for discipline action. We haven't seen a board member in years. It would be great if somebody from the board was at our committee to understand what's going on and could then report out to the rest of the community. And I know there's other committees that don't get any reports put out either. It would be wonderful if you all could start doing that again so people know what's going on, what your plan is, where you're moving forward. I would like to say we are in a time of need. The Keil building is supporting Dennis. They have been to our buildings, they have listened to our suggestions, and have consulted with us. I have not seen very many board members come out. I haven't had very many talk to us about our building and what's going on. We're still trying to get basic questions answered. And say what you will about the bold plan. Lord knows I wasn't a fan of some parts of it, especially considering Dennis was like basically left out of it. But at least there was a plan. There was reports on the progress, there was something. The LDD was here, people were talking about it, we were getting reports on what was going on. And that's what we're at. Something, anything, would be better than just radio silence. Thank you.
I'd like to provide documents to the board. Hello, I'm Reed Suitman, reporting for DecaturVote.com, where a full report and documents will be published by Friday. Kent Metzger received a $19,000 proposal from VFW Engineering on March 23rd to inspect Dennis and French. Denise Swarthout claimed on May 31st that May 30th was the first availability on VFW's schedule. On April 11, Metzger tells VFW that April 19th will work. On April 27th, VFW replies asking for a new date, and Metzger suggests an afternoon next week. On May 15th, VFW suggests that week or the following week, but Metzger delays until May 30th. On May 26th, Metzger informs VFW that his maintenance foreman and mason are knowledgeable about some structural issues. The public was first informed on May 31st. On May 31st, Denise Swarthout tells WCIA journalist O'Hara, "We're not available for on-camera interviews at this time. The statement is all the information we have to share." WCIA reports on June 9th that School Board Vice President Jason Dion said he can't comment or give details on the situation. The district statement says that the HLS survey did not reveal the current structural issues that have been recently identified, which is true. However, the report details at least 9 cases of water leaks or damage at the Dennis building, a hole in a masonry wall, a deteriorated masonry joint sealant, and that many doors did not fit properly. The final report released today cites 3 cases of likely previous repairs at the French building. At the Dennis building, there was previously inspected softening of the basement foundation, not likely related to the north stair, and at least 3 previous repair attempts involving the north stair, as well as a door that had been cut to allow it to swing open, needed because the stairs had shifted so much. There is a clear record of known issues, a clear record of previous repairs, emails and public statements showing avoidance of reporters' questions, a lack of transparency throughout this process, and a deflection from the community's concerns about transparency. It is not my job to take a position on this issue. Rather, I am reporting the facts, that the district has not been transparent, has avoided addressing the lack of transparency, and has proposed no policy solutions that would ensure transparency in the future. Additionally, the district has made several unclear, vague, or misleading statements. Additionally, Klinger and Associates has made various detailed recommendations for repairs and does not clearly recommend demolition of the buildings. For my full report, please visit decaturvote.com and look for an article by Friday. Thank you.
Casey, ma'am.
Good evening, Board and Superintendent Clark. My name is Cassie Meehan. I teach at Dennis Lab School. First of all, condolences on loss of Brian, and also thank you for giving us assistance in our K-2 classrooms. We're excited. Ironically, the last time I saw many of you was at the Project-Based Learning Showcase in April. Thank you again to those who attended. My students have been trying to find ways to make our inadequate playground more interactive, functional, and ultimately safe. We didn't know that our classroom wall we hung research and artifacts on would soon be declared one of the most dangerous parts of the building. We didn't know all the solutions they worked hard to secure would be meaningless, as their school building was confirmed more dangerous than their playground ever was. We didn't know a lot of things a few weeks ago that we do know now. Hindsight is 20/20, they say, but my goal tonight is to provide you with information you can use when pondering the very important decisions you have and you will be making soon, so we can minimize missteps and disappointment. First of all, don't destroy what we've nurtured. We've worked really hard and tirelessly to build the culture and the climate of our school. Intermixing our students or shifting admin will undermine all the progress we have made with FIST, PBL, and teacher retention, not to mention what our unwanted presence could mean to other schools. We need to be together. Dr. Clark acknowledged that was a priority of hers as well at our meeting today, and that has been our goal the whole time. It's more important than ever. Number two, there's no time for fluff. Many of our staff and students were up on high on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which I'll be providing you in a moment if you're not familiar with that lingo. We were creative, we were accepting, we had purpose, and those things were prevalent in our buildings, especially after our successful dive back into PPL. But now we have been knocked to the bottom. Safety, belonging, and resources are the only things we are thinking about. Now is not the time to introduce some new initiatives, expect more rigor, or compare our test scores. We know there are problems. We understand that. But as you move forward and try to solve things like truancy and achievement and staffing issues, I ask that you be compassionate and wise. Because you wouldn't ask a hurricane victim why their credit score hasn't improved. So please don't ask our students and staff in times of crisis why we haven't made previous standards or made any growth or all of those other superficial checklists we often get to make people feel busy and important. Lastly, be brave. Don't settle for Band-Aids. Don't be swayed by keyboard warriors or backroom politics. You have seen what our staff and students are capable of, and that is with less than desirable circumstances. Just because Dennis can rise to the occasion doesn't mean we should have to more times than our elusive Weston bald eagle. We need long-lasting solutions, not quick fixes. As always, I am here to solve problems. So if you want more information, input, or help, I am more than happy to do that. I'm always willing to get dirty to get my hands into a solution. Thank you.
Thank you. Brian Plummer, I believe you signed that you'll be coming up later. Brian Plummer, you'll be coming up later, okay?
Okay. I'd like to thank everyone for their input tonight. We genuinely appreciate that input and that interest in the district. We'll now move on to board discussion. Is there anything the board would like to